ever heard. Someone say it is better to give than receive. The main character in our short story, The Happy Prince, written by Oscar Wilde, taught us so. He was willing to give up his greatest possession for the benefit of people who are less fortunate. Let us take a close look at the story involving a princely statue and a friendly swallow. The Happy Prince is an ornate statue situated high on an altar overlooking the city. He has a large ruby on the handle of his sword, sapphire for eyes, and delicate the leaf of gold covering his entire body. The townspeople are proud of the statue and admire the warmth and beauty that it gives off. It's springtime in the prince's city, and a group of swallows has moved from one location and are en route to Egypt, leaving behind one of their own. After a whole day of flying, the swallow is halfway through the Happy Prince's city, then begins to feel tired.
I think I will rest here tonight and start again for Egypt tomorrow.
Just as he is sitting down, a drop of water falls on him. The swallow is confused.
Why is there rain? The night sky is clear and there is not a single cloud in the sky. Who are you?
I am the Happy Prince.
Why are you crying then? I am soaked wet because of your tears.
I lived in a city palace once. I was always happy. I had no reasons to be sad. My people were also happy. But when I died, they made a golden statue of mine and kept me here. From here, I can see the sadness of my people. My heart is made of lead. It feels sad.
What do you see, my golden prince?
Far away in a little street, there is a poor house. Through the window, I see a poor woman sit in a tea table. She is embroidering a gown for the queen made of honor, and in the back, in the corner, there is a little boy suffering from fever and asking her mother for oranges, but her mother cannot afford so. Oh swallow, take the ruby from my sword hilt and give it to her.
No, I cannot do that. I have to go to Egypt.
Please swallow, the child is very thirsty.
Well, okay, I will go.
He took the ruby and flew to the poor house. He put the ruby on the table beside the woman and fanning the boy with his wings. He flies back to the prince and tells him what he has done.
It is cold, but I am feeling warm now.
You are feeling warm because you did some good action.
The swallow is very confused. Thinking makes him sleepy. Then, the next morning,
Dear prince, I will fly to Egypt tonight.
Little swallow, will you stay with me one night longer more? I saw a man far away across the city. He is sitting in a desk full of paper. He is trying to finish the play for the director in the theater. But he is feeling too cold to finish the play.
Okay, I will stay with you another night. Do I take another ruby to give him?
Sorry, swallow, I am out of ruby. Instead, take my eyes. They are made of great sapphires.
But my prince, I cannot do that.
But I ordered you to do so.
So, he plucked out one eye and flew across the city. It was easy for him to enter the house because of the hole in the roof. He placed the sapphire beside the writer and flew back to the prince.
Now I can finish my play. I can buy some fireroots to make me warm.
Dear prince, I have come to say my goodbye.
Little swallow, will you stay with me another night longer?
It is cold here. It is already snowing here. But in Egypt, the sun is warm and my friends are already there.
In the square below the city, I saw a little match girl. She has left the matches fallen on the drain. If she did not bring some money to home, her father will give her. Give my another eye and help her. Her father will not beat her.
But my prince, I cannot do that. You will become blind.
Little swallow, do whatever I said. Give my another eye and help her.
So, he took the eye and flew to the match girl and placed it on her palm. Wow, what a lovely tiny bit of glass. The swallow is.
Now you can return to Egypt, my friend.
No, I will not return to Egypt, my friend. I will stay here and become your eyes. I will stay with you.
The next day, the swallow started telling story to the prince. He flew over the city and told what he saw. The prince then told the pluck out the golden leaf of his body and give it to the poor people of the city. Soon there was no leaf left on the body of the happy prince. All that was left was his cold grey body. It kept colder or winter, kept settling in, and the weather kept getting chiller. The swallow knew that he would not survive the season much longer.
Dear prince, it's time for me to go.
Finally, you are going to Egypt, my friend.
Not towards Egypt, but towards death, my friend. But before I go, can I kiss you?
I will be once again sad without you. Kiss me before you go, my friend.
So the frail swallow kissed the prince and fell at the feet dead. Suddenly there was a loud sound like a crack. It was the sound of the breaking of Prince's lead her. In the morning, the mayor of the city crossed the statue.
What an ugly statue, and it has a dead bird at its feet too.
It does not fit our city anymore. It looks ugly and not shiny anymore.
Break it down immediately.
A few hours later, when the mayor's man broke the statue apart, they found the two pieces of Prince's heart and threw it into the bin near the dead swallow.
Nana,
That's why Goddess said to her angels, "Bring me the two most precious things in the world." The angels took the leader's heart and the dead swallow to the goddess and presented it before her. "Well chosen, my angels. From now on, the swallow will sing in the garden of heaven. The prince will continue to praise me in the city of gold.